You know, the bad things in life exist, so that when something good happens, it's just that much sweeter. And in the gaming world, it's exactly the same thing. If you're a War Thunder player, you understand, or probably understand the situation that's going on right now. Gijian's trying to force us into a system that is not conducive for anyone except for them. They just want us to spend money. And this is the outrage has grown so much that it has reached the tops of Twitch, the head honchos of content creation, and it's so beautiful. As many of you know, I'm a huge criticizer of Gijian and their actions with War Thunder. I've spent 3,000 hours in the game, and it feels like 3,000 hours wasted whenever they come up with these outrageous additions or changes to the game that are just not with the player base in mind. And I completely understand everyone else who's getting upset. I mean, I was very put out whenever I heard about the system changes, let alone all the other stuff that they've been doing for the past 10 years. But now it's been exposed, it's gotten big enough to expose to a much larger audience, and that makes me really happy. So let's jump in. Someone had sent me this video on Discord. I'll be honest with you, I watched a little bit of it already, but let's jump in and...
Okay, sure, let's take a look at this. I don't know a lot about War Thunder, so this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Okay, let's take a look at it.
Understandable.
Look at him suffer!
So, as some of you might have noticed, War Thunder is not doing too great right now. I'm sure most of you already know what's going on, but I had been asked by quite a few people to weigh in on the situation, so here we are. It's also been a while since I've had a good Gijian rant, so I figured why not. But I'll also be talking a bit about my experiences as a Gijian partner, and what I think the biggest issue with War Thunder currently is. Basically, this can all be traced back to an earlier attempt at an economy change, where the player base also rioted, and just like the most recent one, Gijian did back off. But they came back with a poll. But it wasn't a normal poll, it was one of those ones where both choices really suck and you have to try and find the less...
Yeah, it's like, would you rather like, what was it, sit on a cake and suck a dildo, or sit on a dildo and eat a cake? Yeah.
Who needs the cake, am I right?
I understand that.
Many vehicles not only had their repair costs increased, but their SL multipliers also went down. So it was a classic Gijian double whammy nerf. It seemed to affect tanks and naval the most. Again,
so why would they nerf this? What's the, like, do you have to pay money for the upgrades? Like, what is this?
Yup.
So you pay
for the upgrades, to repair the tanks, to even pretty much just to play. You have to buy the tanks with the in-game currency. You have to repair the vehicle if it gets destroyed with the in-game currency, and you have to buy all of the upgrades to make it at least functionable. You know, like a parts and a fire extinguisher. You would think that a tank going into battle would be given a fire extinguisher the first time it goes out, right? Stock. Nope. Not by Gijian standards. No, sir. No, sir. We're just greedy player base, though. We're a greedy player base wanting, you know, things just a free Abrams, basically.
Oh, yep. See, like, that's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
Especially at higher tiers. Again, it's just a pit to throw your time and money into. It's a pit you can avoid, but that's why Gijian wants to get rid of folders.
True.
If they aren't foldered, that makes the grind even worse,
True.
incentivizing you to spend more money.
Yeah, see, this is what happened with Lost Ark in a different way. Is that, like, the game isn't, like, the problem is, like, you have to grind like crazy in Lost Ark. They're making it harder to basically, you know, sure up your losses. Because they want you to lose money.
Yes.
Because if you lose money, then you have to spend more money.
They have to spend real money. They want you to spend real money.
With pay for conveniences.
Uh-huh. Pay for
convenience.
convenience.
Pay for convenience is just as bad as pay to win.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Generally, that's the motivation behind all
Yes,
these
sir.
changes. Gijian wants to make the grind basically unbearable so you're incentivized to spend money.
Yes.
I mean, they pretty much fully admitted to it. They again opted for the gaslighting approach, saying that actually this is for the benefit of the player. You can't give a player everything at once, because it will overwhelm and make the game very difficult
Well,
for
you
them.
can if they pay for it, though.
Yep.
Because if you pay money, you get it fast. So that's crazy, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
So if you can't give a player
No. Hey, we can't just give them everything up front. They have to earn it. But if they work a job or they take their mom's credit card and they pay $70 for a tank, hey, you know, like what's the problem there? Am I right, guys? That's fine.
Oh, I get it. You can't give a player everything at once. You have to charge a player for everything at once.
Yep.
That's what it. See. Oh. Ooh. See, it wasn't the right word.
Yeah.
And they will just leave it either immediately or almost immediately. Progression provides opportunities for gradual learning and engaging the players. Without it, the game will lose players right from the start.
And also, by the way, keep in mind that, like, I'm going to go back and just read this statement again. Test by us many times, part of the game, later vehicles always more difficult to play and learn tactically. Without it, the game will lose players. What they're saying is completely accurate. They are totally right with what they're saying. 100%. The reason why it's bad is because you can pay to skip it. That's the issue. It's not that this mindset is accurate and true.
Later vehicles are always more difficult to learn and to play tactically, and the controls and its capabilities. True, yeah. If you're looking at tanks, vehicles with a machine gun top mounted, or they have more armor, or they have whatever, but if every vehicle's different, you're gonna not be good with them whenever you start playing with them unless you already kind of know the basics on how to play them. If you go from a light tank or a tank destroyer to a heavy tank, you play them completely differently. You just have to learn. It doesn't matter if you get it after playing for 1,000 hours or getting it after playing it for an hour. Every vehicle you're gonna have to learn how to play in some way, shape, or form. So I feel like them. Oh well, you can't get that. But then whenever you go to top tier tanks, it's a completely different ball game. Almost every round penetrates. Almost every round goes right through armor, and all you have to do is aim for major compartments. It's way easier than having to use World War II tanks. And you have to find, like, the tiny little pixels of spots where your round is going to penetrate. Or, you have to aim for their barrel first to then get, time to get around them, to then shoot from their side or something. We're literally watching a video where he is shooting in just main areas of where crew is and killing vehicles with one shot. You can't tell me that, higher tier, it's a lot more complicated, it's a lot harder. No. You're lying, and you know it. And why? Okay. That's another thing. Why add top tier vehicles? See, this is how I look at it. Whenever you're putting your hands into a lot of different, bowls of pasta, okay? We'll call it bowls of pasta. Air, naval, tanks, top tier, low tier, medium tier, for all of those. And you only have so many people working on it. And you expect, hey, every single dish that comes out of this kitchen is going to be immaculate. But if you're having to worry about how to make, 900 dishes of pasta, all with different flavors and different things, you're not going to put out a quality product for each single one. There's not that level of care taken. Because they just want to put out as much as they can to attract the most people so that they can hopefully get, a whale who really likes to play naval, or a whale that really likes to play aircraft, or a whale that likes to play tanks, that they can just make money. It's overproduced, thus reducing the quality, but then they want to bamboozle the kids or the people that are enjoying the low tier, you know, poorly made pasta for what it is and what it could be, you know, and they have hopes. Oh, it'll be better. Oh, it'll be better next time. It'll be better tomorrow, you know? It's insane. It's insanity. It literally is insanity. They are doing the same exact thing again and again and again, expecting different results. But oh well. Hey, just, you know, back to square one. Yeah, well, you can't give them everything, but if they pay $70, oh, well, you know, obviously they have $70, so they deserve to play this tank, right? Or they deserve to play this vehicle. We don't really care if they don't know how to play it. Because, I mean, because at the end of the day, they still make $70 off of that person, whether they play it or not. It's actually better if they pay them $70 and then don't play again, if they were never going to buy another thing. Crazy.
But the fact that, like, if this is such a problem, then why can you just pay money to get past it?
Exactly.
Practice what you preach. Yeah, exactly.
Even if they are having a bad time, they'll still try to play it to make the purchase worth it in their eyes.
Yeah, sure.
And even if they do quit right away, what do you care? You got their money. If
Exactly.
anything, making the grind worse will drive off players.
Exactly.
Even more. Not only will it drive off existing players, but a new player can install it. See, it'll take months to get to a tier 4 vehicle and just leave.
Wait, it takes months to get to a tier. Like,
yes.
I'm assuming tier 4 is the highest tier.
No.
And you can just skip all of that, the month's worth of grind for just $70?
Yeah.
Tier 7 is the highest. Holy fuck.
They also went on to talk about the review bombing. Of course, a review on Steam is a platform for expression, but please don't do it because it might lose us money.
These other less destructive ways. I mean, I'm sure. Please stop giving us negative reviews.
Yeah.
Who thought this was a good idea to say this?
Well, they don't. They want it less destructive ways, aka something that we can sweep under the rug. We don't want, you know, we don't want you guys to like have an opinion. That's not okay. Crazy.
They see the reviews are negative and they just move on.
Yep.
Because there are hundreds of games competing for their attention, and they don't have time to research every single.
And the current player base is telling any future players to beware because the game is not worth their time right now. The game is not worth their effort. The game is not worth starting right now. It is not a good new player system. Like, oh, hey guys, don't review bomb because then, you know, some sheep might not be able to make it into the paddock for us to slaughter. Like, come on. What's wrong with that, man? Like, you guys are crazy. They're upset because other players who have been playing for a very long time are trying to protect new players or trying to protect returning players. Hey, don't come here right now, dude. Let's chill out.
And you know what? I would bet money that Gijian will try to sneak these changes in again. It is.
Oh, they will. Of course they will. Because why did they try to sneak them in? Because they want to make money.
Yep. Yeah.
So do you think they're just gonna, like, in 3 months? So we don't like making money anymore.
Yep. They don't care about the player base.
We're not going to make money
They don't
anymore.
care.
We don't want that. We're done.
Yeah.
It's happened so many times before.
Well,
Gijian will back off.
here's the crazy thing, okay? Here's the crazy thing. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times again. If the game was better, or even if they gave us, like, better camos. Like, look at this. This looks like a Minecraft gravel box. Like, what? Why would I want that on my tank? If you give me more of ability to personalize, I'd pay real money for that on a tank that I really like. But instead, they gave us camos that look like, honestly, garbage. Like, I don't want to walk around with that on my tank. Never. But if I want to personalize all of my German tanks to the stock gray, I'd love to do that. But no, we can't have that because we don't actually want to make real money. We don't want to actually have to put in work, you know, to make money from you guys. What? We want it to just be the entire system is working against you, so you have to pay real money to continue to play. You know? But, oh, yeah, okay. But see, like the M18, okay? The M18, a beautiful tank. I love playing it. So fun. But all the camos for it are like, the one you can pay for is like the Bolivian Revolution M18, and it's got like a Bolivian flag on the side. What? Why would I want that? What? That doesn't. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. But it's just like, look at League of Legends. Okay, you play in game to unlock champions. You can play in game to maybe get a free skin for one of those champions, or if you like the champion, you can pay real money and get a skin for it. Amazing. Whoa. That's how they make their money. Skins. Why? The system is not overlaying to make it impossible or, you know, extremely detrimental. I don't like, if I play League for a couple days, I can unlock a new champion. Or a day and unlock a new champion. But instead, they're like, whoa, no. If you thought, oh, I want to unlock a new tank today, I hope you were playing the whole week before, because you ain't going to get a tank today unless you know, grind it out the week before. You crazy silly Willy. You know, like, it baffles me that they can see other very successful free-to-play games and then be like, I don't like that. That doesn't work for me. And then they try and reinvent the wheel. But the wheel is actually just a square. And it doesn't work. You know? Bruh. It hurts me. It hurts me.
For a few months, and then they'll come back and add a change very slowly in pieces.
Exactly. That's what
Yes.
they should do. That would be the smart thing to do.
It's funny, in the response they say that players basically want everything their way, but that is exactly what Gijian does. I mean, yeah, you can say it's their game, but...
Well, of course players want everything their way.
Yep.
Like, I love how this is like is this a criticism of the player base? The
Well,
player
hey,
base
no.
wants-
It is a criticism of player base, because Gaijin's saying it. We don't just roll over and give them, you know, our entire bank account. I don't just wake up and I'm like, here you go, guys, and here's my wallet. Please take it away from me. I don't want money. I don't need to eat. I don't need to, you know, I just need to work and give you money. You know, that I would be Gaijin's favorite customer if I did that. They would be my favorite. I'd be the #1 guy. Okay? But because I criticize them and I don't give them money and I don't ever recommend anyone giving Gaijin money because they don't deserve it, they're like, whoa. There's the reason why I'm not in the content creators program. Just saying. For the past 6 years, I've been, you know, I've been able to join the content creators program. And yet, crazy, every time I applied, they for some reason just denied me. Very strange. Maybe because they know how I talk about them. But I mean, hey, you know, it's not like, you know, I spent 3,000 hours of my life on this game. You know, how dare I want it to be, you know, a little bit more curated to something I would find enjoyable. So I would spend another 1,000 hours on it, or another 100 hours on it, you know? I know, I'm very, very greedy. I'm honestly a scumbag. And anyone else who just doesn't give Gaijin all of their money and eats ramen noodles while they, honestly, don't even play the game. Just, like, give them money and then, like, go back to work so you can give them more money. Like, come on. What's wrong with you? But I digress.
The game to be the way they want the game to be. Wow, what a condemnation. What a fucking accusation.
Mm-hmm.
Those stupid fucking players, those greedy pieces of shit. You're telling me that they want the game to be the way they want it to be? What the fuck are they thinking?
I have premium and often use premium vehicles, but my SL stayed pretty much constant. And I am not a bad player, you guys know. I can get aces or double aces pretty frequently, but even that isn't enough to overcome the economy. I sometimes...
See, but here's another thing. It doesn't matter. After 5 kills, your SL and research rate plateaus for that vehicle. And sometimes for that entire game, depending on what you're playing. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't. You're not incentivized to actually do well. You just get 5 kills, grab a point, and then you're gone. You can leave. You're done. You don't need to, like. That's all the work you need to do. Just J out, go to another vehicle, go to another nation. If you actually wanted to grind SL, if you actually wanted to grind research, that's all you need to do. You grab a point, you get 5 kills, you J out, you go to another nation, you go to another game. That it doesn't matter if you win or lose, because you plateau. That's it. And double aces, forget about it, dude. Forget about it. If you get so now, but what's the best way to do it? If you're playing tank RB and you play for, you get a capture point, get 5 kills in your tank, then you go to your plane, you get 5 kills. That's about the max you can get. It kind of works like this. You're in a tank. Hey, I got like 2,000 research for getting 5 kills. But when I get 10 kills, I get 2,225 research. Weird how that works. It's almost like they don't want you to get past a certain amount. And then whenever you need to research a vehicle, and it's like 250,000 research to get the vehicle, that's 100 games of 5 kills or better. So, but if you were to get like 20 kills or 15 kills like he just got, and you would actually get, like, it would be continuously building, even exponential, you would grind way too fast, and that's not okay. But if you want to pay money, you can get a premium vehicle and make the grind a little bit easier. Or, you know, you could just jump right into top tier, or jump right past whatever vehicle you're trying to get. Oh, or you could spend some of your free research and spend some golden eagles, and then you can just like get the vehicle you've been grinding out, you know. But that's also paid money, so too bad, so sad. You know, it's just so it's honestly it makes me cringe. And I don't say that, it's like, you know, you play Pokemon Go every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, it hurts me mentally to think about this company and what they're doing to try and just milk the player base. And now that they're getting a little bit of pushback, and I won't even say a little bit, because people are still playing the game for some reason. People are still suffering, and you know, I guess bad publicity is still publicity. You know, there's no bad publicity. You know, negative feedback, it doesn't really matter. People are still playing the game. People are still trying out the game, seeing what it's all about. You know, they're getting a little bit of pushback, and they get so mad because the player base is reacting. They just want us to roll over, and I rack my brain trying to understand. But, you know, hey, why be upset if you can make $300 when you could make $300? Why settle with $300 if you can make $350 if you fuck over everybody, man? Fuck over your entire community, entire player base that you've built for 10 years. You know, just keep on doing it. Let's just, hey, you know, just a little bit more. Let's just put them in the grinder. Keep on twisting a little bit more. Just get a little bit more out of them. You know, juice them just for a little bit more. It's the Gijian way.
Let's see, charts. We're looking at 39,000 people playing the game. That's a lot.
Jesus.
And yeah.
Well, okay. I'll say this. All right. You can have 40,000 people in game, but you know how many people I see that just like sit online and then they don't actually play the game. They're just online collecting hours in the game. That's one. Two, I'm not gonna like outright say it, but you know, I've heard whispers that there are, you know, inflated numbers because of botted accounts or accounts that are bots that just are logged in. See, you see 40,000 people online, right? At peak times for your, you know, time zone, you can jump in and there'll be people, there'll be like 5, 6 people trying to play the game or the same mode as you. Where are all the players at? And it's like Sim. I understand, like, Sim is a completely different situation because it requires a lot of effort and, you know, like actual tactics. But whenever it's like, you know, you jump into Sim and you can't even get a game because there's not enough people playing Sim. What, 40,000 people? Where are they at? New Mombasa? Madagascar? What? And it's not like Gijian's not afraid to throw people into servers that are way too far away where they've got 200 ping on. You know how many times I get thrown into Russian servers? Like, well, not anymore, but in years past. In years past, I got thrown into Russian servers. Now, not so much. But European servers? European, You know how many times I get thrown in there? So where are the players at? You know, I can see maybe whenever I'm looking at like the little graph of who's trying to play, who's doing that, in America and the UK or European servers, like, I'm not seeing 40,000, and I can understand they can be across the globe and everything, but definitely not seeing anywhere close to even 1,000, let alone 40,000. You know, I'm just saying. Like, it just seems a little weird that, you know, there's so many people playing, but not a lot of people actually playing. And that's in realistic, arcade, sim, everything. And I noticed this years ago. And I do think that, you know, right now, if you see this trend, it's kind of upward. I think the outrage of the player base has, you know, definitely interested some other people. Like I said, there's no bad publicity. People are talking about the game. People are going to be like, what the heck are these guys talking about? And they're jumping in. See, but you can see, like, when it started, what, like, a month ago? Like, it was going down, now it's spiked up, and now it's going down again. I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of, like, stays at this or goes down sooner rather than later, you know? Like, because it's down, now it's up, now it's down again. Because people were like, oh, hey, what's this thing that we're talking about? Oh, this game is actually trash. Okay, bye-bye. You know? Just saying. But yeah, I mean, this makes sense, like, an upward trend from, like, 2020. The pandemic happened, everyone's inside, they're going to try out free-to-play games. You know, makes sense. But, you know, how many of these people are actually, like, investing money into the game? Just saying.
This before. I can see why it's popular. Blowing up other tanks looks very satisfying in this game. But yeah, I didn't know that it was a big game.
Hey,
yeah,
Aspen,
really unusual.
Aspen, you ever want to come play the game? I can't play on the 26th because everyone I know is boycotting the game. But, you know, once they fix this game, if you want someone to play with, man, you let me know. You let me know. Let Papa Lunk take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Forget about it. I can show you the ropes. You know, hey, and if you want to pay $70 to play top tier, we can do that too, and you can see what the hell everyone's talking about.
How many people are watching this video that are going to actually stop playing the game?
A lot.
I think that it'll be very interesting to see what this game looks like in terms of player base.
Alright guys, if you guys liked that video, you know, I'll give you the link down below if you guys want to watch the whole thing. I understand I took a lot out. There was a lot more that was talked about. There was a lot more discussion on what's going on. But yeah, just thought it was really interesting, you know, getting a big name of content creation into, and on their main channel, to make a video about this, put it on their stream, that's a whole lot of people watching. And I think that's great. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be on my stream tonight, and I'll see you guys there. Hey, Aspen. Much love, dude. Thank you for at least giving a little bit of exposure of this issue. Maybe this can be a tale of the players actually winning. I doubt it, because like you said, you know, it's gonna happen eventually. It's just, you know, we're pushing it away right now. We're subsiding it, but it'll eventually get added because they don't care. Just, you know, what's one more thing, right? The straw that broke the camel's back. I don't think this is it, but we're getting pretty close, I think. So yeah, thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys on stream tonight. Peace and hair grease.